Kalimera, Kalispera, Kalinichta. No matter where in this wild, wacky, and sometimes wonderful world you might be, thank you for making the Highbury Squad part of your day. Woo! Ah, what a performance. Let's get stuck in, shall we?
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.
Good evening, squaddies. How are you? And welcome to my good friend of the show, all the way in Dubai. It is an ungodly hour there, but my good friend Chihab is here to help me co-host this evening. Welcome back to Squad Central, my friend.
Hello, Sophie. Hello. It's always a pleasure being with you. And what an amazing night, huh?
Yeah,
It's always
pretty
good to watch
special.
Arsenal. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. It is. Even if it's late here in
special.
Dubai, I'm enjoying it.
What is it now? Midnight?
No, after midnight. It's like 2 a.m. now in the
Oh,
morning.
it's 2 a.m. That's right. I keep thinking it's
Yeah.
the same as Cyprus, but it's even one hour more
Yeah.
more
1
ahead.
hour
Yeah,
more. Yeah.
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 You can
Yeah.
follow my good friend here with 3 million other people that follow him across social media, especially if you guys are in the Middle East. Does some really funny stuff with his wife and his beautiful newborn as well. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, Sophie. Thank you so much.
I've got it right here, right? I got it right. The
Yeah.
handle.
This
Yeah.
is yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Excellent.
Oh no,
On
it's I instead of E.
It's
It's
I
CHI.
instead of E. I before
Yeah.
E, except after E. Okay, right. There we go. See, I knew I'd screwed up something. I'm the only one that screwed up tonight because Arsenal certainly didn't. Good evening, squaddies at ease. How are you this evening? Let's say hello. Bill, come back. I saw you waiting to come and have your say. Don't go away. If you want to have your say tonight, let me know. Our chief like officer is here. Lone Star is here. Seb is here. Carol is here, Yanto's here, PW is here, Galispera Diganis, Erpizo Galanaise, Bill is in the house. You're all here. I'm not sure I have anything to complain about tonight. I mean, if you're an Arsenal fan tonight and you're complaining, I'm going to put you in the naughty corner. I've got the yellow and red cards ready. I don't want to hear like Partey didn't look good when he came on. Jesus should have scored, because I've got the reds and the yellows handy and I'm going to be handing them out because I think tonight is, I know they're really bad, Jihab, but I also know that you can only play who's in front of you. Do you have any complaints tonight from the Arsenal?
Absolutely not. My only complaint is I wanted to watch ESR having a chance again, into the squad. I feel he's very unlucky with the recent injuries, and every time he's back in the squad, he gets injured again. I think he should have got his chance tonight. But other than that, I'm enjoying life with Arsenal. Maybe this is the best. I don't know. For me personally, this is like the best Arsenal I've ever watched. Like after the golden era, let's say. Like and the
Yes.
Emirates era. And the Emirates era, let's say this is the best Arsenal we have watched. To be this consistent and to win away games with 5 goals and more. This. I don't remember that we've been this good ever. Like especially with the Emirates era. So yeah, no complaints. I'm so happy, and hopefully we keep the team fit, because what's coming ahead is a very very tricky games, and we need everybody. Like every
Definitely.
single player, even players who are not like efficient, but you need everybody in the squad sometimes, because what's coming ahead is very difficult, and we need, and even the goals we are scoring now, it will come handy at the end of the season, because I believe it's gonna be like settled in the last game of the season, and goal difference will play a big part of that. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
very
agree.
happy.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, not getting, I don't want to get carried away. I don't mind getting carried away. And I'm just really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the journey. I've said this on the show a lot. lately. I want to get excited. I want to believe we can win the Premier League. I want to
Of
celebrate
course we
6-0
can.
against Sheffield United. Why can't we, right? Why can't we?
Yeah, of course. We
Yeah.
we have struggled a lot in the past, so we deserve these moments,
It,
And I believe, yeah, we can win the league. We can. There's nothing wrong about believing in that. And the way the team is progressing, it shows you that we can win the league. And if there's something that we learned with Arteta, that we always get better. With every disappointment, we learn from these disappointments. If we go 2 years back when we missed out on the Champions League, then the season after that we made Champions League and we fought for the league. I believe
hmm
this season we will win big. It's either
Yeah.
Premier League, Champions League, or both. I have this strong belief that we will do something big this season.
I think, Shihab, too, for the first time, I was saying this to David Hillier and Tom Canton, that for the first time, I think this team believes that they can win the Premier
Yeah,
League. Um,
yeah,
and I don't want to look at results like West Ham and Fulham because a lot of teams can look back on results that didn't
yeah,
really go their way. And when you look at kind of the season we've had, I heard on the radio today, like Manchester United have already lost 11 games this season. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that's insane to think that
Hmm.
Manchester United are where they're at. And so as
Hmm.
Arsenal fans to kind of have been the dartboard for so many years, to have been the butt of all the opposing fans' jokes, to have been the
Yeah.
laughing stock of football, I think that you have every right to enjoy this moment. Let's get stuck into this a little bit. Listen to these stats, okay? We
Hmm.
had 22 shots, 10 on target. They had 4 shots, 0 on target. Honestly, I would have sent Raya home at halftime. He really wasn't needed.
Yeah.
81% possession to their 19. We had 892 passes.
Wow.
They had
Yeah.
212. Our pass accuracy
Wow.
was 92%. We had 7 corners. They had none. And to be honest, I don't even remember their shot on goal. One thing I
Hmm.
will say with the corners, I wanted to put this up for everyone. Are we doing
Yeah.
something extra new? Did you see
Y-
this?
Yeah, I saw this many. We tried to play short corners, maybe to cut back and to cross again, but it's new. I think we tried it twice or 3 times, and it didn't work because like Sheffield, they pressed us very quickly on Saka and Odegaard, and we missed on like cutting back and crossing again. But yeah, we are
Yeah.
trying something new, or maybe we are doing this to confuse opponents in the upcoming games. You never know. Maybe they
Yeah,
will
maybe.
now they will train against this setup, and then we will surprise them with another setup. So you never know
Ah.
really with Arteta and his coaching staff. And also I want to mention one thing. What I like about this Arsenal is the intensity. Like even if the game is done and dusted, we keep playing in the same intensity. We keep pressing high. We keep like chasing every ball. This is something that we have really missed in the past. We sometimes we get very casual. We get very comfortable. Okay, we're winning. Everything is good. Now, no. If you watch the team, we're always pressing hard, always chasing every ball, always trying to score. And this tells you one thing, that Arteta is very demanding, and the second thing, the mentality of the team is changing. This team wants to keep getting better and better, and to show that they can win the league this season. And yeah, hopefully we can make it this season. Who knows?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely. We got listeners from everywhere. A load of you in chat already. Almost 200 of you hit that like button. Kasiri here from Uganda is watching us, sending his love to Super Kev. Don't you forget to keep sending your love to Super Kevin Campbell.
Yeah.
He watches and he listens and he sees all of your comments. Let us know where in the world you're calling from. And let's bring in our first. Well, do we call him a guest? I don't think so. We love Seb, and Seb looks dynamic all in black this evening. How are you, Seb? How's it going?
Great. I went to the dentist today, so I had to look a little nice, and I had a couple to talk to a couple coworkers today. So now I'm just watching the game, and thrilled as can be.
You're one of our good friends. This was a post that Magic Mike put up on his Twitter as he was traveling with Fergus and Trev from Guns and Yellow Ribbons to Sheffield. And yeah, I mean, the away fans today, brilliant again, and had a great time. I wanted to put this away record. Let me get rid of this comment real quick. We'll put up, yay, Seb's here, Tammy. 6-5-5. Arsenal, the only team to score this amount of goals away from home. And it doesn't stop there. There's Arsenal hits 300 plus Premier League goals under Mikel Arteta in just 161 games. Only Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, and Manuel Pellegrini have achieved this. I also believe we reached the 10,000 goal mark in the Premier League. And Saka also reached a milestone, which some of you are going to help remind me of. But Seb.
51 goals, Saka.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Seb, for me, as much as Odegaard oozed class again and was captain, my captain, my player of the match was Kai Havertz. Talk to me. What did you enjoy most about this match? What were your takeaways?
I think for me, it's the fact that we came out strong and we showed the rest of the Premier League where we are. We didn't come out with the little guys. We didn't come out with ESR, Rees, and Kedia. We came full force saying we are here to stay and we are here to fight. And the fact that we keep banging in these results, proving all these pundits wrong, I think it just goes to show that, one, we, like the last show, I think Danny put it really well, is that we need to be grateful to where we are right now. And I think we just have to trust, again, the process, but I think it's showing that it's working.
Yeah.
You know, the thing for me, guys, and I don't know if you think the same thing, but I was talking to Paul Ross on TalkSport last night, and I said to him, I believe that this team finally believes that they can win a real major trophy, whether that's the Champions League or the Premier League. I think we're definitely seeing that belief in the Premier League. But to me, Chihab, I think that this team looks like they have true belief that they can win.
Yeah, they have that. And also, I told you, like, what happened last year is haunting them. You can feel the hunger in this team. They don't want to repeat what happened like last season. And I told you, with Arteta in particular, we learn from our mistakes every year. So, yeah, the belief is there. And as I told you, intensity is there. Quality is there. Everything is there to win the league. So I believe they should be believing in winning the league. So yeah, absolutely.
Seb, you know, the difference I think too is, and I say this, and please take it with the greatest respect, everybody, this team feels manly. It feels like we've gone from boys to men. And, you know, from Saliba to Gabriel to Havertz is a beast. Should Arsenal fans who have been calling him a German giraffe, should Arsenal fans who have been saying he's a total waste of money, does Kai Havertz finally deserve his flowers? And no, Arsenal fans who are listening to this on repeat, and thank you very much, on our audio platforms and on YouTube, am I going over the top because it's Sheffield United? Seb.
I think it's everyone, the fact that everyone's clicking at the same time and at peak performance at the same time of the season. And I think it's making every single player look like they're in the best form they are. And I think that's exactly what's happening to Kai Havertz as well, is that he is now being utilized into positions that he is good at. Odegaard as well. Partey, even, you know, for the little bit he came on, he was a little bit squeaky, but still, he still showed that he's still the same CDM that he's always been.
Yeah, it's just been go on.
And also, Sophie, I need to mention something. Like, I've never doubted that Kai Havertz, or any signing we make, like, they're gonna flop or it's gonna turn out to be good, because the way we are signing players now, and it's different than the years before. Now we have like our own scouting system with our data analysis, with the specifics of analysis and stats. So every player we signed them for a certain purpose, for a certain playing style, for a certain, I don't know, tactical view that Arteta has with Edu. So when we signed Kai Havertz, yeah, it was a surprise for all of us. But people started to, you know, to compare him with Xhaka, and nobody like look at it in different way. That Kai Havertz is no Xhaka. He's not coming to play the Xhaka role. He's coming to play in certain positions, and we are seeing this now. And if you look back and our recent games, he is key. He's a key player in all our goals, in all our dominance and the box, outside the box, and even I have to mention Kivior. Kivior had like also his big share of of some fans not happy with the signing as well, and they're saying that we need to sell him. He's also turning out to be a great player as well, showing again that our recruitment team they know and they know who to pick to sign these players. So
I think that's
whoever we sign, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point that you make.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, there's a bit of a delay. I was going to say, I think it's a really good point that you make that we have a plan. And John Mavrodis was hands up. Yes, it feels like we truly have a plan. And I'm going to bring in Nikhil as well into the show as well. Where in the world are you calling from, Nikhil?
Well, Sophie, up here in Scotland, but I've spent a fair amount of my life and time where Chihab is in Dubai. So a bit of a mixed one for me. Yeah, I know the feeling, Chihab, sitting up there watching these matches late, especially Champions League. And so good to be back in it. But I mean, Sophie, I come from India. So watching Champions League in India growing up, you're probably watching the match at 2:30 in the morning. And it's fun, but it's just fun. It's just fun to be part of this win. But yeah, no, on a lot more sane time right now, living in Scotland. So.
And you sound like you have a South African accent, though. Is that right or no?
I do get that a lot, but no connection to South Africa apart from the fact that I've been there a few times. I've got loads of friends and absolutely love that place. So yeah. Big up
cool.
South Africa always.
did I pronounce your name correctly? Because I know I pronounce Chihab's name incorrectly all the time. It's one of my Tom Canton loves pointing it out to me. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
From the get-go, I've actually commented a few times on the videos. You've actually had me a couple of times. Of course, you've had many fans, but you've always got my name pronounced perfectly. So well done.
Okay, lovely. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the goals. Okay, my favorite goal was the Benjamin White goal, and Seb. It was dreamy. You know why? Was it? It was Havertz, right, that controlled the pass from Jorginho with his little toe. I mean, the touch was exquisite, and then the pass, of course, but the finish from Benjamin with his weaker foot, it was just unreal. Seb, talk me through what your favorite goal was, and if you're in agreement with me on mine.
So for me, it was as well, because I think last week. Right in the game, Ben White had an opportunity. He was right at the top of the box. He could have gone and scored, and he didn't. And I think this week, Mikel must have told him, if you're in that position again, I'm going to sub you off next time if you don't take that shot. And he did, and I think it's a great morale boost for him, the defense, and then everyone else as well.
Yeah, Nikhil, what about you? What was your favorite thing? What favorite goal, and who for you was the player of the match?
Yeah, I have to agree. The White goal. I mean, he's always threatened to score a lot more than he actually has. I think this was just his second Arsenal goal. So he always threatens to score. But there was something about that finish. I think even the second goal, the way that I love goals that have the Arteta stamp on it, which has got a lot of pass and move. He's clearly sort of kept that. Oh yeah, just love that, don't we?
Anytime I get the opportunity to put this picture up, serve him more steak. Sorry, go on.
do you know, Soph? I think up until recently, it was that goal that we saw that we scored at Leicester. I think that was under Emery, but the ball that breaks the lines, and I think Georgie did it earlier this season. Breaks through the lines, you have the winger sort of cut it in, and then there's somebody in the box, whoever it could be. It could be a striker, it could be a midfielder arriving late in the box. And I remember having a chat with my brother, who's also an Arsenal fan, and I said, I really want to see what something else from the Arteta playbook looks like. And especially in 2024, we've seen that a lot more. The different passes and moves, the different sort of cutbacks, the one touch, the trickery. I think, for me, the Martinelli goal was nice. I think the White goal obviously was really good. I love the Rice goal. I love them all, actually, to be fair. But it's the ones that you pass and move. And I have to put my hand up sometimes. We all think we're football tacticos, don't we? But the ones that, sort of pass and move and looks really nice in the eye, I think that's the Arsenal way. That's the way we've grown up watching football, the Arsenal way, especially if you've grown up in the 90s like me. yeah, for me, the Martinelli goal was nice. The Rice goal was good as well, and the obviously the White goal was probably icing on the cake.
If I
Yeah.
can jump in, I think the
Jump in,
assists
Seb.
are the most beautiful thing about this game, rather than the goals themselves. I think it's because
Good
the
point.
build-up plays. The first one
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
29 straight passes, and then they got right in. I think
Yeah.
to me that was the most beautiful part of the whole game. The goals, I think, was the cherry on top. It was just the performance, the possession. I
Yeah.
think that was really the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, that possession-based game I mean, of course, listen, there's a few of you, Michael says, let's not forget Spurs beat Sheffield United 2-1 at home with a winner in the 96th minute. And then you've got our resident idiot, Newman. Sorry, Newman, I don't mean to call you an idiot. I did call Kivior a donkey 3 months ago. Last year, actually, it was. So, clearly I get things wrong a lot. But who says, don't get too excited. Newcastle beat them 8-0. I mean, this is the kind of insanity of the Premier League. However, had Arsenal only beat Sheffield United 2-1, had Arsenal drawn Sheffield United, could you guys imagine the narrative?
Yeah.
And I hear Jamie Carragher on Sky Sports is trying to spin this as that's the most one-sided game I've ever seen. Arsenal will never, ever get their flowers until
Correct.
they win the big one. And that's my humble opinion. Chihab, do you agree or disagree with that one?
I totally agree with you. And you always hear with the pundits, like they always try to to write the Arsenal down, and also to create some disruption, or I don't know. They're always against this team. You can feel it. Like you remember with Jamie Carragher like arguing with Arsenal set pieces like corners, like he's like trying to call Arsenal out, like their goals are not being disallowed while Liverpool's goal is being disallowed in the final. He was completely, sorry for saying that, an idiot, because he was comparing two different scenarios. They always want to get at Arsenal at some point. And I remember once Micah Richards, once he spoke about that, it's always different with Arsenal. Whenever Arsenal do something, they always like try to make it a bigger thing. And when we fail, they always like try to to destroy us more. So I totally agree with you. Until we win something big, we will still we'll have this argument argument with many pundits. Yeah,
I
got
agree.
sent some. Sorry, Soph, I got sent.
No,
clips,
jump in. This is your show, you guys.
From the international commentary where Martin Tyler was on, I think, with Jim Beglin.
Yeah, me too. I was watching. Yeah,
I don't know, Chihab, if you agree with me, it honestly felt like a funeral service because it looked like they were in mourning. It sounded like they were in mourning. And I always loved Martin Tyler growing up. I think it's probably because playing FIFA, the earlier FIFAs, where he was the voice of it.
Yeah.
But I only recently learned, I say recently, a few years back, but I only recently learned that I think he's a Spurs supporter. He just dislikes Arsenal. And it sort of came through. And I know you've had Arscast on before as well, and I think they've mentioned it on their podcast that Martin Tyler is, I mean, some of his commentary,
his energy levels are so off.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was, it was a team in ascendancy that he was commentating on it. It sounded like he was doing an exhibition match, and that really came through. But you know what though, I love the hate. I love the hate that we get. There's always been something about our club, and I hear you. I hear you and Kev speak about this stuff all the time, and I would love to get sort of your other guests' opinion on it as well. I think it's real. I do think the hatred that we get is real from the pundits, from the media, from opposition fans. I think we're hated way more than United in their heyday were. So yeah.
I think that and Seb, we get the joys of John Champion here a lot and Drury, but Martin Tyler, to me, he was the voice of Sky Sports, and it was him and Andy Gray. I do feel, and with respect, his time has passed. The energy levels on the commentary tonight were just so low, and sometimes I'll just, I tune out into what they're saying, and I just really super focus on the game, and no one is going to. I'm going to be interested to see how this plays out in the headlines tomorrow and what folks say, because I believe that it was so fundamentally important for us to thrash them because if we didn't, that narrative, would ensue. But Seb, I think mentally we're definitely built different this year, and we're going to know once Porto come to town. Let's see what happens then. Clive from Arsenal Vision, we were exchanging messages, and he was saying, he goes, that Porto game, and it's true, because we can't anoint Mikel to be Don Mikel just yet, because he really does need to win something. But there's no doubt that tonight's performance was perfecto. This from Gunnerballs is one of my favorite pictures. For those listening on audio, it's Mikel with a hairspray and just the word perfecto written under him, looking like the absolute Don. Seb, what do you say about Mikel Arteta over these last few matches and since Dubai? It seems like whatever happens in Dubai stays in Dubai. I tweeted that earlier.
I love that tweet that you had earlier itself. I saw it. I was just like, this is perfect. But it's Mikel's magic, right? This is what we signed. This is why we believed in Arteta, is that we saw that we had a vision with him. We saw that he bought the players for a purpose. A lot of them we didn't believe in. And there's been a few misses, but I think it's the fact that I was saying earlier, everyone is hitting in the same stride together. And we've also added to the squad. Whereas if you look at Manchester United, you look at their bench is nowhere near up to par where we need to be. And Arsenal is finally starting to level off with Liverpool and Man City. There's still work to go. Let's not be wrong here. But I think it's the fact that we are growing as a team. There's belief from players that want to come to Arsenal and are seeing this as a place where you can win. There's potential and there's a fire under our belly. I think that's where we are.
That's the different part of the mentality. You could get complacent, but Chihab was saying like earlier, you're still hustling at 5-0. You're still chasing the ball. You're still running around. You're still doing all of these things. That's a culture and an ethic that the manager has instilled in this team, and that's a massive difference. And Saka looked like he was sulking on the bench because he was subbed. Hopefully there's not a knock, and that's why I think he was taken off to rest him. Nikhil, what are your thoughts on the kind of, it was like Alien versus Predator. They were just relentless, and to see that relentlessness infuse itself in the culture of this team, I think is exactly what Arsenal fans have said has been lacking over the last few seasons.
I agree, but like Seb said, I think this was coming. This version of Arteta's team was coming. Let's take it back to that run after we won the FA Cup, and I think he was on a 20 or 21 game run where we didn't lose, but we won and we drew quite a lot of games and we were unbeaten. And everything looked rosy at the time. I think he got asked a question in a press conference where he was asked, what would you do different? And he was like, I need a pressing coach. I think this is around the time we were hiring Nicholas Jover as our set piece coach. And he said, it was like an anomaly. Like, again, we were picked out in the media. Why do you need a set piece coach? Why do you need a throw-in coach? And he said, I need a pressing coach. I don't know if anybody remembers that on this panel or any of the squaddies remember, so this was coming. When you think about, if you watch the Manchester derby yesterday, you see the disconnect in the United squad. And let's be honest, guys, we were not too far away from where United
That used to be us. It's not even that we were too far. That used to be us,
we were the banter club, weren't we? And so to see where we are now, that kind of hustling and harrying, and even like I was looking at the clock, 88 minutes, 89 minutes, they're still pressing that side, down on Vieira's side, down through the middle, the fluidity in the play that, when Jesus was going out on the right, creating an overload, there were still people, dropping in on the left, trying to, intercept balls. It was just poetry in motion. I just absolutely loved it. And I think this was a version of Arteta's Arsenal that I think hindsight is brilliant, because when you are losing certain number of matches like we were last season, I think if you probably asked any of us at that time, we wouldn't have, thought that, well, we'd be sitting in this position here today saying, oh, wow, this is probably for phase 5, or we are almost on the verge of whatever it is, phase 5 or
very special stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to say bye to Nikhil and Seb, and I'm going to bring Bill in. Thanks so much for joining, you guys.
Before I go, I just
Appreciate
want to
it.
Take
say
care.
thank you so much for having us, and big up to Kev and sending him love and wishes and everything, because as he always says, tell your loved ones you love them, and we just love Kev as Arsenal fans. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we love him. Yeah.
big up Kev, and big yourself up as well. So
Thank you. He
Ben
knows
and
that you
Chihab,
guys love
you
him,
guys.
and he's been reading all of your messages. And trust me, he will be back soon. And thank you for your kind words. And
Lots of
Seb,
love,
thanks.
guys. Cheers.
Are you guys on social? I know Seb is. What's your handle so the Gooner Nation can follow you on the old Twitter sphere?
For me, it's SSANNAJUST. It's my last name. But yeah, feel free to follow me. I'm not very active on Twitter. I'm trying to make a bigger role there. Same thing on TikTok. But yeah, I just got a puppy, so it's taking me a little bit of time away from it.
You know what? Tonight was a great night to be on the old Twitter sphere. I loved it. I'd enjoyed it. I was having so much fun.
Don't
Can't
go to the
remember
loo
last.
next time.
No,
Don't go to the loo.
You saw that, did you?
I did. Yeah.
Literally popped to the loo, and I came
2
back.
goals.
It was 3-0. It was like, wow, how'd that happen? Nikhil, where can they find you?
Just like Seb, not very active on Twitter. I should be, but again, that place is changing a lot, isn't it? But so Nikhil Pereira 17. That's NIKHILPEREIRA. At the digits 1 and 7. I'm a lot more active on Instagram. I'm just like sharing my life through pictures. So the old cliche.
Lovely.
But yeah.
I'll have to follow you on Instagram then. So
yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Sure,
yeah, definitely. Okay, thanks guys, and enjoy the victory.
At ease,
See you
squaddies.
soon.
Bye.
At ease.
At ease. Cheerio.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna bring Bill in now. Bill, how are you doing? To you squaddies, he's Gooner works. All right.
Hello. Yeah. Sophie, great to see you. Chihab, nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you as well.
Talk to me. Tell us.
Oh my gosh, what a first half, especially. But even that second half, man, I want to highlight that second half, especially because you would want us to come out and score 5 more, but just how controlled, how measured we were. We got minutes into legs that have really needed it recently, but and not only that, it just felt like we were in cruise control, saving our legs for the upcoming games. You don't need to go all out once you've battered a team 5-0 in the first half. Everybody had a good game. It was just an all-around really nice game to watch today, and you gotta love it.
I completely concur with that, and I joked at the start of the show, Bill, but I do think that there are going to be some fans that might nitpick on Cedric or Thomas Partey or Jesus, and that they're not match fit, they're not sharp, they're just coming back. But we've moaned about our bench for so long, but tonight's bench, when you can substitute, Sheffield United must have been looking at the sidelines thinking, oh my God, Jesus, Trossard and Partey are coming on. That's pretty decent, isn't it, Bill?
Absolutely. Yeah, you look at that bench and it's the exact opposite of the problem that we had last year, where people started dropping like flies at the end of last season. And this season, as the run-in's coming, we're getting all of our players back fit. I joked around, I think, on Twitter that, well, lesson learned, injure our players early in the season. That's all. That's what we need to do. But no, it's great. And all we need are 3 left backs back now, and we'll have a fully fit squad. But credit to Kivior. He's been holding it down in a position he's unfamiliar with.
It was amazing. Like, really. He's like, I think he's one of the most impressive players, like in our recent runs. Really, we have to mention how good he was, really.
Yeah,
he's go on, Bill, because he's been a revelation. I've had to apologize sincerely, as you know. You guys listen to the show a lot, but
he definitely did not have the best of starts in that position, and I think it's a credit to both him and Mikel, because he's definitely not playing the same role that he was when
Exactly.
he came into the squad at first. We've adjusted, we've started playing to his strengths, and we've really, gotten a new look about us, and it, that has maybe helped, confuse the teams a bit, mix it up a little. They don't know what they're in for, and white inverting, or just the different patterns that we're getting to see now that we don't have Kivior trying to play the same role as Zinchenko.
Yeah. Newman, I'm going to give you a red card and I'm going to put you on a timeout. There's no negativity tonight, okay? I've let a few of your comments slide, and just because I've missed putting you on a timeout, I'm going to do it right now. Hold on. Timeout. Oh, it's glorious. God, bring back the yellow and red card. This is going to make Kev so happy. See you in a few, Newman. See you in a few. All right, Bill, give me are you excited? Do you care what people say? Are you a believer? Of course, Liverpool and City are playing this weekend. That would be a draw. If both teams could lose, it would be amazing, but they can't. We need a draw there. We're going to play City. Tottenham, who are City's bogey team, still have to play City. I think City over the next 6 or 7 games have got the toughest schedule. Dare I say that out loud? What is your take?
I think the one thing that's really working in our favor this season is that we're not at the top and we're being a little underestimated at this point. I saw some statistics that, City are at 50% likelihood to win, Liverpool at 30, Arsenal at 10, or something like that. Great. That's less pressure on us. We can fly under the radar. And, all the pressures on City, all the pressures on Liverpool, and we can just silently go about our job. Like you said, I think City and Liverpool still have to play each other. We still have to play City. So City really does have a couple of really tough games coming up. And I think I'm really positive about our chances this season. I'm not saying that we're gonna win it, but I think we are really in for a shout this season. And on top of that, we have a good chance to make a good run in the Champions League. We forget about that, but I'm confident, especially with the form we're in, that we're gonna host Porto and really give them, really show them what we're about. Thank God for, the away goal rule being abolished.
Yes.
Yeah.
I now like that rule. Yeah, I hated that rule up until now.
Yeah. But
well, Bill, thank you so much for joining the show. It's always good to see your face, and
likewise.
And let everyone know where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Goonerworks. I think I'm technically on Instagram with that handle, but you won't find anything from me there. And I'll be in the chat as always when I can.
Excellent. Thank you so much. At ease, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Thank you.
See you later.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
And yes, the goal difference is superior now as well. Just make sure that you correct old Yanto there. And I may have made a big mistake. I think I may have banned Newman by mistake instead of just putting him on a timeout. Either way, we are going to find out very soon, because there's definitely an announcement I'm going to make, and I don't want him to miss that. Jason, of course, you can get a hi. Hello. Let me know where in the world you are. And hit that like button just for Suraj. It's time to bring old Vinster out. So Suraj's favorite part of the show, not us talking about football. It's actually Vinny appearing and hitting the like button. And look at him, how beautiful he is. Always wears his Dickie Bow for Super Kev. And you know what? Just because David Raya had nothing to do tonight, we'll bring Vesper out to make a save. There you go. Hit the like button, everyone. And who hasn't missed this, huh? Come on. Oh my God, I miss him so much. Brockett, he would be telling you all tonight, Super Kev. I don't want any complaints here. If you have something to complain about, just go watch another show. This is an amazing performance. The boys were on fire, killers they were. Get that machete out, so Bosh, let's do it. Let's bring it all out. Let's get the samurai sword out. That's exactly what he would be saying to all of you lot. Okay, let's see what we got. Vinny and Vesper, our chief like officer, likes that too. Where do we go from here, my friend? What do you, because there's that break. When the Chelsea game creates a break, do we send the team back to you guys in Dubai?
Well, we should. I think, I don't know. Maybe we should send them back to Dubai to to prepare for the City game. But but as I said before, like the most important thing is to manage the players in a way to keep them fit. This is the most important thing. And now, if you think about it, Partey is back. Timber is very near to return to the first team. So these players really, if they are fit and ready to play, I think we will be more dangerous because these players bring different options, into the field. If you look at Partey tonight, even though it wasn't sharp, but he plays differently than Jorginho. Jorginho is more progressive, let's say. He likes to throw more passes and the front. Partey is more like a holder. He likes to hold the ball. He likes to distribute it right and left. So with this, if we keep everybody fit, we have many options, and we will really cause problems to many teams. If you remember the last time we faced Manchester City, Partey came from the bench and his pass, his diagonal pass, behind the defense, got us the goal. So everybody is important in this team, and in the next game, City and Liverpool, I would take anything but a Liverpool win, because this team, I don't know how, Sophie, but they know how to win. If they win against Manchester City, I think it will be very difficult for us to win the league because Liverpool,
it will be over. It will be over.
Yeah. These teams, they know how to win games. Even I don't know how they do it. I don't know there's something strange in this team. They don't know how to lose. They always know how to win. So let's pray for, at least for me. What I prefer a City win, to be honest with you, because I believe City, they will drop more points in the upcoming games, because if you look at them, they are not the City of last season. There's something missing in them. They're not as sharp as last season. So if they manage to beat Liverpool for us next week, I think it will be the best scenario for us. Not a draw. I would not take it. I would take a City win, to be honest.
I don't know how I feel about either one of them winning. I see what you're saying, and there's a lot of logic to them knowing how to close the deal. They've been there before. They've won. But I believe, and I'm here with DJ, is a draw is best, because we just can't trust them to drop more points. So for them, a draw is like a loss. And we've got Brentford next. And by the way, we've got the wonderful Natalie Sawyer from TalkSport joining the show on Thursday to talk to us about the Brentford game. And Paul Buckle, who used to play for Brentford, is coming back to give us the manager perspective on Friday. But I just think that a draw, and here's the scoop. I believe our route to winning the title is beating Manchester City. I think if we do not beat them, we don't win the title. And Liverpool have got a lot of games to play. They're still in 4 competitions. Manchester City and us, we're not in any of the other competitions. It's Champions League for us, and it's no domestic trophies. It's just the Premier League, no domestic cup. Sorry. So I can't stand, and let me know about this before I make a quick announcement, you guys, is I cannot bear it if this goes to the last day of the season. I don't think I'm built for that type of stress. I used to be. Are you built for that? Do you?
No, I'm not. Of course, I'm not. I want it done two fixtures before the end of the season. I don't know, but the way it's going, I don't know. I have a strong feeling that it will be like Manchester City and United when it was decided on goal difference. I believe because you are fighting monsters, Sophie. These two teams,
Oh, I like that
they
line. You are fighting monsters.
they know how to do it. They always know how to win games, and they have been there before. They
Mm-hmm.
like consistently every season they were fighting each other for the league, and so it's difficult.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal are very unlucky to fight these two teams because if you think, I think next season it will be easier for us because Klopp is leaving, and really I believe no manager can do like the things that he's done with Liverpool. It will take them
Listen,
time again.
Chihab, Jonathan says it. Hope I'm wrong, but it feels like the stars are written for Klopp. This is what I hate about
Yeah,
football stories and stars aligning. The gods. It does feel a little bit like he's going to go out
mhm.
on this glory train. It really does.
I
And they've
I
coped
don't
well
feel
without
it,
their
to be
in.
honest.
You don't? Well, they've coped
No,
well
no.
without their injuries. I know they played
Yeah,
Forest and Luton. It's not exactly, but then again, I can't say that and be a hypocrite when we beat Sheffield United 6-0 and
yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
3 points. But it does feel a little bit like he might be going out
I
on
don't
a
know.
bit of a glory train.
I have a feeling that I don't know. I have this look last season. I was afraid that we will bottle it up. That something wrong will happen, and it happened. This season, I have a strong feeling that it will be our year. I don't know why. This is me. I
I
don't
like
think
it.
like yeah, yeah, yeah. I have this strong feeling, and I believe that my daughter is our lucky
We
charm this season.
Yes, your beautiful daughter. And look,
Yeah,
Jesus with his disciples here
yeah.
at the table. But I love that. And I know
You
it's
know,
really weird, but things do happen in life sometimes where you're like, you
yeah.
know, um, my mum always used to, she didn't like, she's a Stoke City fan, right? Which is
Oh, oh,
because of Gordon Banks, the England
eh,
goalkeeper. She loved him. And it's funny because Kevin's son plays for Stoke, and so she always used to smile about that. But
yeah,
she never wanted me to be unhappy. Like when Arsenal played, she always wanted them to win, so I would be happy,
doing, yeah,
even though she didn't
yeah.
support them. And you have your daughter and stuff like that, and there's just little things that is it that football kind of superstitious thing that we just kind of cling on to, or find a little
Exactly, yeah.
string of hope?
I was telling all my friends like this season we will win because my daughter is born this year. It's weird. I know it's like I don't know, it doesn't make sense, but like since I started watching football with my daughter, we've been winning 6-5, 4-0 by 4 goal and above. So every like
Yeah,
even
I
now
love
my
it.
daughter like was sleeping in my hands and like I was watching the game. So
Yeah,
it's a ritual now. I watch all
so
every Arsenal game
cute.
with it.
So
But so
don't throw her in
yeah,
the
so
air. What do you do?
yeah.
She's on your
Yeah,
Yay!
I'm celebrating silently.
Oh,
Sadly, even
so
funny
good.
thing when we were playing against Liverpool, I was celebrating in silence. I was like holding her and like I was, it was a very
Sh
crazy game. But
she's
really,
so cute.
I feel like Liverpool they keep winning, but I don't know. I have a strong feeling that something will happen. So
Well, I hope you're
it,
right.
it,
I hope you're right.
it it will not like go their way all the time. I feel there's something will happen with them this team, but let's
Uh,
hope like like my feeling
let's
is too. But
Yeah,
me
I
personally, I
like your
would take
feeling.
yeah, but me personally, I would take a Liverpool winning the league instead of City. Because City are edging closer to our record, 13 league titles. So
Oof.
yeah,
Gosh, that's a
so
tough one. But the
yeah,
idea of Manchester City winning another league, you know what it is? Their supporters are so
yeah,
indifferent sometimes. It
yeah,
would
yeah,
be
yeah.
less painful watching them celebrate, I think.
I agree with
But
you as well.
from
Yeah,
a
yeah,
football purity point of view and how they've
yeah,
done it, I would
yeah,
prefer Liverpool to
yeah.
win it as well. Speaking of winning, all right, you guys, I have something new and fresh, and I'm glad Newman's in the house because, as you know, he's always dreamed of getting his hand on one of our Zenith coins. But there's a new kid on the block. Check this out. This is only available on pre-order right now. Okay, let me
Mhm.
just take this away so you can see it. It is the new Zenith Coins North Bank coin. It's beautiful. And you can go to Zenith Coin's website and you can find this. I'm going to post it on social media as well. I'm going to put it in the link on the show. You can find the link to Zenith site. And if you use code HSNB10, you get 10% off on your pre-order. Make sure you use HSNB10. That's Highbury Squad, North Bank 10, but HSNB10 for 10% off. And this little puppy can be yours. It's another winner. By the way, well done, you guys. You've helped the clock end coin completely sell out. And so when these are ready, we'll be giving a few away. I'll be giving a few away on Monday's show, next Monday's show. And really excited that something new is out. And we have another partner coming on board as well, which I will tell you a little bit more about at the end of the week. HSNB10, that is correct. Please go and give the support to our good friends over at Zenith. They do a lot of good stuff for us. And we'll try to dial in from our Uber if possible. Keep the show going. Is there a link? Oh dear. Do we really want Magic Mike, Fergus, and Trev to come on drunk right now? We will let the squaddies judge whether or not they want to see you guys. If you want to call in from your Uber, I'll judge just how drunk you are before I put you on air. I know this wouldn't listen. He desperately wants one. Let's be honest. But it's beautiful, isn't it, Chief Like Officer? Yes. Do you know what? I think it's the same price. I think it's 25. I should have had that information for you, but with 10% off, it hardly costs anything, Yanto. So just go and buy it. That would be brilliant. Yeah, bring Magic Mike on. No, we're getting a yes. We're getting a yes. It's $29.99, I think. Yeah, get them on, says Mark. We're sober. Does anyone believe that they're sober? Okay, call in. Come on, just call in and we'll wait for you. I wanted this show under an hour, and I was really on track to make that happen because guess what? I'm making Soph's pomodoro ravioli later on. Chef Soph is in the house, and I'm making some ravioli. Just when I want to end the show, how could I do that? Albert's here. Albert, what you doing? By the way, Chihab, I know it's late. You can go to bed. I've got a wingman,
No,
okay? Are you sure?
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, all right.
All is good. Don't worry.
You can go whenever you want. Trust me. Albert's here.
Was that to me so far to your lovely guest?
No. You can stay. But my wingman, Chihab, is in Dubai, and it's almost 3:00 in the morning, and he's got a newborn as well. And I mean, he's here and he's smashing it. But
her next feed.
Oh no!
we just lost him when he was talking about her next feed.
Yeah, I said her next feed is after like 10 minutes. So if like the show kept on after 10 minutes, I will leave then by then.
Okay.
No,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Albert is here, and all the squaddies are happy as well. Hola, Albert. How's it going?
Sophie, this has been a while since I've been on here. So love the chat, man. Big up to the chat, man. I'm hugging you. You can't feel it, but trust me, man. The love is there, man.
By the way, it just went really dark here. Did you guys notice the light change? It's just gone. Yeah. There's a storm coming. Albert, what did you think of our boys tonight?
Oh my God, Sophie, I've been watch-alongs. I've been doing YouTube shorts. I've been doing TikToks. Yeah, listen, I actually went for 3-0. I didn't want to be too greedy, but I mean, the way Arsenal have been starting games in recent weeks or since Dubai, I mean, they're poor. Sophie, I mean, they're probably one of the worst sides I've seen come up in the Championship. However, Arsenal fans, let's not put in a damper on it. Stellar, ruthless is one word you can just describe that performance. I will put out the reaction of the first goal that went in. The proper South East London comes out at me, Sophie. But
Kev would love that.
Yeah, it's interesting, Sophie, because I know what some of the guys have said, like previous to me, and you know, you look at last season, and obviously we was at the forefront. We led the race. Let's be honest, you know, in terms of a marathon race, but it's different this season. We are chasing, and it's a different beast. It's a different animal. And I think the key thing for Arsenal at the moment, I'm not even talking about the likes of Partey getting minutes and Jesus and Fabio Vieira. Both facets of the side, defensively and offensively, at the moment are absolutely cooking. We diced them tonight like turkey and chicken, Sophie.
Jerk chicken.
Yeah, jerk. Kevin, I'll never forget you.
Kevin.
Jerk chicken, bro. Yes, jerk chicken, jollof rice, all of it, Sophie, trust me.
Yes, I like this. The hunter instead of the hunted.
100%,
I think we like that position. I do.
Yeah.
Stay with me because I'm going to need some wingmen here. We're gonna bring them in, kids. Let's see how this goes. There goes my algorithm.
I'm trying to get those guys not to say that word.
Oh my God. Sing the one for me. Sing the stadium empty one for me. Come on. Give me a couple more.
Everywhere they go. Stadiums are empty. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. Albert.
Okay. Sing. Give me a bit of LA, LA, LA.
Alexa, selecting song. LA, LA, LA.
His glasses.
We want to get a field. We want it on a line. Westwood Bridge, Old Trafford. No one can say the same. Mikel Arteta's coming. They're Arsenal through and through. We're stinging in the North Bank. And in the clock at 2. Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole.
That Uber driver must hate them. Oh my God.
You know what I mean now when I say 2-2? 2-2 means 6-0. I think we got kicked out.
Right. Okay. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
No, we're here.
Oh.
We're here. We're good. We're at the hotel. How are we?
We're good. We're great. We were just waxing lyrical about our team. You did brilliantly. The away fans amazing again. Give us a quick review of how the seats were emptying very early.
I started taking pictures about every 10 minutes, and it was just more and more. And by the 80th minute, he said 2. He said 2. Stadiums are empty everywhere we go. Stadiums are empty everywhere we go. Everywhere we go.
I kind of love this.
I've got a way to summarize it.
Go on, Super Dan.
And now they're gonna believe us. And now they're gonna believe us. And now they're gonna believe us. We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. And now they're gonna believe us. And now they're gonna believe us. And now they're gonna believe us. We're gonna win the league.
Brilliant stuff. Excellent. I tell you what a way to end this show. Listen, squaddies, don't tell you we don't deliver the special stuff here. Love you guys so much.
I know you will.
They're in the hotel now, waking up, yes. Yeah, exactly.
Like a big shout out to the Ibis Sheffield Center. Thank you very much.
Okay, have fun. Enjoy. Love you guys. Bye.
Oh, God. So if I've got to see him Saturday, flipping hell.
Clip it. That's a classic. I loved it. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Albert, do you want to give a closing remark? Because we're going to let Chihab go feed his beautiful daughter. I'm going to go make ravioli, not angel hair pomodoro. I'm going to make ravioli for Tony, handmade. Just saying. And give us a close and assessment. Are we too excited? Should we just calm our jets? Why can't we believe? Why can't we enjoy the journey? What say, Albert? Bring it back down to those dulcet, calming tones.
I will try my best. Listen, us as Arsenal fans, it's been a tough watch in recent years. We've not been competitive for a long time, but we're back in that type of conversation. And that's a good feeling as an Arsenal fan, whether you go home and away or you watch us on the box. As fans, we are where we want to be. As players, we are where we want to be. We have a manager that's installed some kind of belief, whether you like the manager or you don't like him. We are where we are. We're at the spearhead. We're still in the Champions League. We've got a big game Saturday and Tuesday. People, if you can't enjoy it now, you wanted Champions League football, we're back in it. And we're in the knockout stages. Let's enjoy it. We're in the title race. It's crunch time. It's not squeaky bum time, but it's crunch time. Squeaky bum time will come. But for now, for tonight, enjoy tonight, sleep well, and we go again with the mighty Arsenal on Saturday at 5:30. Good night, God bless.
Absolutely phenomenal finish. We went from the I was going to say disco, show my age. We went from the club to the cigar bar with a little whiskey. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, Albert, let everyone know. If you're not subscribed to Albert's channel, I'll be very upset. Tell everyone where they can find you, Mr. Albert.
So if you're too kind, people, and Highbury Squad, I've missed you, man. I missed you. Yes, Albert JTV. Can't forget a name like mine. Come and subscribe. Find me on YouTube. You'll find me on Twitter, Instagram. You'll even find me on TikTok now with my Southeast London dulcet tones.
Look at you getting in the TikTok world.
Sophie, I didn't want to get drawn into it, but I thought, you know what? I have to think YouTube hat on. Get yourself out there. So yeah, so people come and subscribe if you haven't heard about me already. And most importantly, people, more than anything, Sophie, subscribe to Highbury Squad.
Oh, we love that. Listen, come and be my wingman anytime. I've got a show. I've got tomorrow. Okay, so we've got Natalie Sawyer on Thursday, and we've got Paul Buckle on Friday. So you pick if you want to come and co-host with me, either one of those shows. Tomorrow night, guys, John Hawkes. I love this guy. The former US men's, he's a US men's national team legend. Played for Sheffield Wednesday. Starred for Sheffield Wednesday in 2 cup finals against the Gunners. Has got some great stories about Ian Wright and that whole kind of era of football. Absolute superstar, trailblazer in terms of a US football player. So John Hawkes is joining me tomorrow at the earlier time of 7 p.m. We're going to go before the Champions League games. And it's going to be a football conversation from a player's perspective. I've got a lot of wingmen coming in and stepping in for my legend Super Kev as well, which just makes the show even more fun. So tune in tomorrow at 7 with John Hawkes. And then on Thursday, we've got Natalie Sawyer at 8 o'clock. And then on Friday, we've got Paul Buckle at 8 o'clock. So delivering more shows for you this week. And Chihab, tell everyone where they can find you as well.
They can find me on Instagram and TikTok. It's Chihab and Noor. So I don't really post football-related content, but yeah, you can find me there.
Yes, and by the way, he's prolific. You should be very proud of yourself as a Gooner and I am so proud of you guys. 2 million followers on TikTok, 1 million followers on Instagram. Wow. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And just keep smashing it. Keep doing your thing. You give that beautiful daughter of yours a massive, massive hug for me. And keep the pictures coming in her little Gooner outfit. She's totally adorable as well. So, yeah, they're all great. A coin for Newman. Why are you guys continuing to campaign for this guy? I'm telling you right now, Super Kev won't have it. He won't. And until Super Kev says Newman could have a coin, it's just absolutely not happening. Okay. Hit the like button on the way out. It was free to come in the club. The least you could do is moon it on the way out, but just do it the once. Don't forget to visit our friend Zenith. The North Bank coin. It is really sexy, Albert. It is very sexy. Pre-order it now, HSNB10 for your 10% off. Thanks to the boys over there for always looking after that, looking after us. And listen, thanks to these boys for joining me and keeping me company. And mostly thanks to you, squaddies, for listening. Love you lots like vodka shots. I will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. with John Harkes, the legend John Harkes. Until then, at ease. Super Kev, we love you. Keep those comments coming in. It helps, trust me. Tell your loved ones you love them. Good night, everyone. Up the Arsenal, as Tom Canton would say.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.